So, I'm sorry for this weird angle with me. You can basically see pretty much only my steering wheel. So, so sorry for that, but hey, we are just going to start this video. And basically, this is going to be a 24 in 48. So, I have to say, I am really sorry that I've been really slacking with my videos. But it's just that I've not been feeling actually like doing anything. I've been really slow and tired and not actually felt like doing anything. So basically, it's just easier. It was just easier for me not to do it. So yeah. But here we are, 24 in 48. So yeah. Last week I did actually end up finishing some books last week. I don't really remember which ones though. Just so that is said, I don't remember which one that I finished. I finished a few ones, but nothing like major. So yeah, that is kind of where we are at. I definitely could have finished more. I've just been in this, not slump. I don't want to call it a slump just because I want to read. I just don't want to pick up anything. And it's kind of the act of picking up anything that has basically made me not want to, just me not knowing what to read. And then, I have a set TBR, but I just also, I have been speaking about this earlier, that basically me having this many books on my TBR is basically making me not kind of want to get to anything. And also, yeah, basically one thing that I have been thinking about doing is actually to stop with weekly vlogs and rather do like other types of videos. Just other types like daily vlogs or like things like that, just because this wasn't a really unflattering angle. I can see that now, but I don't really care. So yeah, more like doing daily vlogs, and I feel like that is one thing that I have been thinking about. And I am moving downstairs. I don't know when, but let's just call it soon. And when I say soon, I mean it's probably in the next few months. So basically, the flooring in the living room is done. We finished that yesterday. So yeah, that was really great. And now we only have I don't really know what that is in English. Yeah, I have no idea what that is. Gong? I don't really know, just because that is not like something new. Yeah. So that is kind of what has been going on. And it does take some time because I obviously don't have that much money. So it does take some time to, actually get to it, actually be able to, do a lot of things. So I have gotten some carpets just because it gets cold. It is a basement, and that gets cold. So I need some carpets in there, even though I have, gotten the flooring done, and we have curtains. But that is kind of all that has been going on lately. The beds that I basically ordered, they have been sent, but if you have seen here in Norway, basically one thing that really has been going on is a lot of rain, and I basically haven't gotten an update on the on the beds. Basically, it's been a few weeks. It's been like a few days now. Not weeks, but days, basically. So, to be completely honest, I don't really know when it will arrive, but I mean, it shouldn't take too long. They are supposed to be here today, but I haven't gotten anything today, so probably not. But hopefully within the week, you know. I'm really hoping that I get them within the week. But I don't really know. It might not be. So yeah, what else? I mean, that is kind of what we are at, and basically, once I can afford it, I am going to go to IKEA to buy myself things that I need, like a sofa, bookshelf, and basically some sort of clothing situation, and then a table and a TV table. That is, yeah, I think that is the only thing that I'm going to buy. And then I obviously need a wood stove. Those are really, really expensive though, so I mean, yeah, so I don't really know when I will be able to afford everything, because it's really, really expensive, and I'm trying to, you know, figure out where I can save things. But you know, it's not that easy to save things, and basically a lot of places like Facebook Marketplace and Finn, which basically is somewhere to buy things here in Norway. Basically, one thing that I find really like is common is that a lot of furniture there are basically, some of them are like really used, and yeah. I have no clue what is going on. Just that there are just a lot of people around here that I have no idea why. Yeah, let's get back to the talk. So what else? Basically, yeah, we are talking about furnitures. That is like what I kind of have been up to, and doing that. Also been really tired, so I haven't felt like vlogging, reading. I've been watching a lot of TV. Kind of haven't found anything, let's call it new, anything exciting. I haven't kind of done that. So I've just been, you know, just not doing anything, and just yeah, not doing anything, kind of. Let's just leave it at that. I've not been doing anything, and obviously that has led to no reading, and kind of just knowing that I should read but haven't done it yet. So, and then what else? There will probably be a video on this with, you know, what basically is going on. Kind of, I have tried morning pages, and yeah, basically that whole experience you will get in a different video, just because I want to kind of speak about how I feel. And I am only 5 weeks into the 12 that you kind of have in the Artist Way. So I've been following that, and that basically is 12 weeks, and I am on week 5. So probably once you have kind of gotten those 12 weeks, then I will do a video on it and basically talk about my experience and if I actually like it or not. Because I'm on week 5. I actually haven't decided yet if I like it or not. So that's the whole thing. And I can probably guess that this whole video will be just me out of focus, probably talking. But hey, at least I am starting this vlog. Now I think my goal for this 24 in 48 is basically, the first part is to finish my Aurelian path. I think that is the main thing that I want to try and do. Finish that. And then what else? I don't really know. Yeah, finish the Aurelian path. Hopefully, I do have a few books there. So yeah, that is probably what I am able to. I don't know how much I will be able to get done in 24 hours. I don't even know if I will be able to read for 24 hours, but we are trying anyways. So I will probably do Friday and Saturday, just because those days are when I have kind of not the most time. I always have time, but that is kind of when I am kind of feeling like I am able to do that, you know. And feel like I have enough time. So today is Thursday, so I'm just filming this just as an intro to make things easier for me, basically. So what else? Kind of nothing. I don't kind of have anything else to actually talk about, so yeah, now I became really quiet because I need to actually concentrate. So here we are at home. So, wow, I think that's it, kind of. That's the plan, that's the initial thought. And yeah, so that was basically drive with me home for basically like 14 minutes. I've been talking way too much. But yeah, I don't know how much talking I will be doing these 24 hours, but as much as I can. And yeah, we'll just have to see how it is, because I haven't moved downstairs yet, and then I only have a room and noisy parents, to be honest. But yeah, let's see how much I am able to get done. So I've gotten myself home. So I just figured out that why don't we just talk about the book that I'm thinking about. So you heard me rambling for 14 minutes on my way home, and I know everything. So yeah, and then let's just talk about the books that I have been planning. So I said that I was going to start with the Aurelian books. Now I have quite a lot of books left. Not a lot, but you know, kind of a lot. So I have basically books, audiobooks, and then 2. So let's just start. And then I can also just mention what I have been reading for the other things. So The first one I need is alchemy, and I need an O in that, and that is first in a series. So I am going to read a Good Girl's Guide to Murder. So this I have not an audiobook, so it shouldn't take me too long to get to it, but you know, it should technically be fine. But yeah, and I'm not going to say what a lot of these are about because I don't really know. And then we have animal studies, and that is O. I need O for pet pig. O is pet pig, and that is The Secret. So this is the second in the evolution of sins. And the first one, I don't really know how I felt about the first one. I didn't give it a rating. Not that I will be giving this a rating either. So, just because it's about cheating. And I don't feel like actually rating this because the writing is good, but I just don't like the theme, you know. And that is sometimes, you know, sometimes I just don't feel like I don't want to rate this book because I feel like it gets wrong no matter what I write, you know, rate it. Because the writing is like, I would say probably a 4 because it's really good written, but you know, the theme is like 1, and yeah, I have a lot of thoughts on that, but we are not going to talk about it just because I could spend a whole like episode of anything just talking about that. So yeah, let's get to the next one. Then I also in animal studies need a Q, and that is a debut book, and I have decided to go for God Killer, and this is also an audiobook. So we should be fine with that. I don't think it's too long. And then I also needed a D in that, and that was to read a book in 2 days. And I need my computer. And for this one, I read hands down, and obviously loved it. Then for elemental studies, I needed an O, and that was to read a book with the word Earth in the title. And I read Unfinished Tales of Numenor and Middle-earth. And this is basically like these are unfinished tales from, you know, the Middle-earth, like the J.R. Tolkien world. So yeah. Then for restoration, I needed an O, and that was to start a book before bed, and I started The Best Thing Before Bed. And obviously, I really liked it, so I have read that. And then I also needed a Q, and that is to read a book in a different spot each time you pick it up. And I think I'm going to go for Saga Volume 7, because I am going to read 8 this month. I just haven't gotten to it, so I will at least get to 7. And the reason why I picked this is that I don't have that many places to read, so we are just needing to do this in the least amount of, you know, moving. And then I also want to get my dragon riding license. And basically that is to read 2 books with dragons, and I have decided to go with Rise of the Dragons and Rise of the Valiant, which basically are 2 books in a series, and I own the first book on Kindle, but I also have it as an audiobook. So, and the next one is also an audiobook, so it shouldn't take too long. And I obviously do more like listening to audiobooks because for me that is much simpler. And then I also need to watch a movie or a show with a dragon. This is not something that I need to do, but I want to say if I am able to get through all of these, which I doubt will happen in 24 hours, but then on Sunday I will probably watch Brothers Lionheart, because that one has a dragon. Even though it's a terrible dragon, it's a dragon. And to be honest, that movie is just a comfort read because I used to watch it as a child. And that is kind of where I get the comfort. And once I'm really, really tired, I usually watch that movie and just have a lot of fun. So yeah, and then the Impling I was able to finish with 3 books. I don't really remember fully. No, it was read from before author, between 400 and 450, and One Letter Appears Twice. Yeah, those were the 3 that were Kiss of Steel, I do believe. And then we have what One Letter Appears Twice, releases this year or last year, and Blue on the Cover. I chose the wrong kind of weird. And then Blue on the Cover, Start at Night, and read from before author was The Best Thing. And that was the Impling. So I made the Impling, so that's great. So, if I by some miracle finish all those books, then I don't know what to read next. So now I have talked way too much, and this video will be really long because we all know that I love to talk. So yeah, as I said, I don't know how much, you know, talking I will be doing, but we'll just have to see. So it's, I don't really know, let's see, it's 11:51, and I have finished a book. I have finished A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and this one was for the prompt to first in a series, and that is The O in Alchemy, and that one also fits my board, which is this one, which is already been on my TBR. So yeah, this book has been earlier on my TBR. I started it in 2020 and I finished it this year, so it's taken me 3 years to get to it. So this is basically about Pip, and Pip has this, basically, I don't really know, it's basically to write a paper or something, and basically she decides that she wants to take on a case that has been solved, but she doesn't believe that the person who is basically found guilty is the one that is guilty. So she's kind of taking up this case. So I gave these 3 stars. Will I continue on with this series? Probably, because it's fine, you know, it's not like my favorite book. It was intriguing, but I just didn't fully love the main character, so that's kind of is the main kind of, let's call it, issue. That is kind of where we are at. That one was 3 hours and 42 minutes. And then I've also started a new book, and that is Rise of the Dragons. And this one we are basically following 2 characters that I don't remember the name of. So we are following Kira and Alec, and basically I don't fully know how to explain this book because it's a lot. It's short, but it's a lot. So it's basically about Kira, and basically she has some secrets and everything, and basically she journeys out of her own and finds a dragon, and it kind of alters everything. And then we have Alec, who basically sacrifices himself for to take his brother's place. Basically he's going to war. So both of those are 15. That is kind of where we are at. This is basically for to get the dragon riding license, because I need to read 2 books with dragons. And this one will be the first one, and then I will get to the second book, basically like later on. I think that I have like 40 minutes left in this. I have 36 minutes left from this, and then I think that I am going to finish that book and then probably get to Saga, at least this one. It would kind of be great if I could get to the next one as well, so I get to these 2 before I move on to something else, just because this was on last month's TBR and this is for this month's TBR. So it would have been great to finish both of these, and basically it's not gonna take that long time, you know. And then really have to see if I do another audiobook or not. because I have this one to read as well. This one is 300 and so pages. So yeah, that is kind of the books that I'm trying to get to. I don't have to kind of finish a lot of books, but I really want to get to kind of a lot of them that I have on my Brilliant path. So I'm done with that, and then focus on the one that is kind of not, let's call it, not as important. So yeah, I'm going to continue on listening to this audiobook, and then you will probably see me when I read Saga or something. So this one is basically for the front prompt to, every time I pick it up I have to like change location. I will probably just, you know, read this in one sitting though, so yeah, just to make it easier. But if I, you know, get up, I will probably just change. Okay, I have to change the location, so that is kind of where we are at. And yeah, I'm going to go and just relax and read some more. So it's a little later, and as you saw, I have finished Saga Volume 7, and I give this 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. And let's just also say I have finished Saga Volume 8 as well. So I have basically just ordered 9 and 10, just so I can read those in the following months. So Saga Volume 8, that one is for this one, the goals, because I have a goal to read one graphic novel every month. So kind of this one was for goals like last month, but I didn't get to it. And yeah, so I have also finished, or I have almost finished God Killer. So why don't we just take that one is this, the LGBTQIA+. So in this one, we are following this girl who basically her parent or her family gets killed, and then years later she becomes a God Killer. But she meets this person who basically she can't kill. This is an basically has the, yeah, you know, this one is an LGBTQI+ piece. So yeah, that means I read so much. Like, I read a lot, and now I do believe, yeah, 3 stars. I just feel like I get more and more picky about the books that I am really loving. So I have a lot of 4 stars, you know, this month. Not this month, but this year. A lot of 4 stars, a lot of 3 stars. So yeah, the only physical book that I kind of have left on my want to read this, want to try and read this like 48 hours is A Secret. Now this is, yeah, it should be easy enough to read. Yeah, so this is the next one. And then I have Rise of the Valiant. That will be the kind of next audiobook. And that is the next one in the Rise of Dragons. Probably something in those lines. So yeah, overall I think I am doing really well, to be completely honest. I am almost done with everything. So this one, Saga Volume 7, was for basically to read a book, and every time you pick it up you need to pick another reading spot. So I just read it during, you know, just in one sitting, to make it easier for myself. So yeah, and then God Killer was a debut. So I just need to go in and see. So basically Saga Volume 7 was for restoration. The queue in restoration: read a book in a different spot each time you pick it up. So, and then God Killer is the queue in animal studies to read a debut. Yeah. So basically, I'm not reading them in order, but I am completing the whole thing, you know, because this one was the pet pick. So yeah. And then you know, once I am done with Rise of the Valiant and The Secret, I am done with my Aurelian Path. Will that happen today? I don't know. To be 100% honest, I don't really know if I will finish this like today. But yeah, I will probably pick up this one a little later today and try to read. I want to at least get to page 150, you know, just so I am able to get to the halfway point in this book. So I want to at least read until halfway in this, because then I can read half of it. Okay, it wasn't that long. It's, yeah, but it's like almost 300 pages. Okay, so yeah, let's just, I mean, Rise of the Valiant, you already know what it's about, but The Secret, not this one. Like this one, but the series is the Evolution of Sin. The first is the Affair, and basically this is too complicated for me to even rate it, just because in the first book we meet I totally forgot her name, Elle. I think her name is Elle, and Sinclair. And basically they meet at a vacation, and basically he proposes that they will have 1 week, like no questions, and they will just you know, have for him an affair, and basically she agrees. So basically they are having an affair. He is together with someone that he has been together with for years, and she knows, and that is the reason why I don't, you know, rate this book, just because it's just something that I don't feel like I can rate, because I don't really know kind of what I am feeling about it, just because I don't like basically affairs. And I feel like if she didn't know, I would have different thoughts than, you know, now that she already knows from the beginning that, like, what they are doing. So that is kind of my thoughts. Now this will be, I mean, I will eat dinner before I start this. But I mean, the clock is 3, so it's still a few, you know, hours left. So I will probably start Rise of the Valiant pretty soon. I just think I need a small break, to be honest, because I've been listening to a lot of hours. I mean, we are at like 7 hours, which is really, really great. So yeah. Saturday. So this is day 2 of the 48 hours. Now I read 17 of those, so we are doing really, really well. I mean, you can saw in the clip, that was like right before I went to bed. 17 hours. Finished all the books for the Aurelian Path. So, yesterday I finished Rise of the Valiant. Give it 3 stars. This is the second book in the Kings and Sorcerers, or that. The first one is at least Rise of the Dragons. So, this one was just fine, you know. I just feel like this might be just a okay series that you kind of will get through, but it's not like something that you are, you know, only watching. The next one that I finished, the last one that I finished yesterday was The Secret. So this one is on the board for an owned book because I obviously own it. And it was also the pet pick. So my dog picked the first book in this series, so we are reading the second one because I went with series. So yeah, I think I told you what the affair was about. So this one we are continuing on. Now, I don't know how much I can tell you about this, but I need to just a little. So in the affair, basically they go, you know, she just sneaks out and runs away, to be honest. So yeah, in this one, they meet up in an, let's call it a sad way. Just because the girlfriend is someone our main character, Giselle, or Elle, knows really well. So I'm just going to be really vague, even though, I mean, yeah, it kind of makes things worse, you know. I just have to say that. So, I really don't know what I am going to say this, just because I do not think, you know, having an affair being, yeah, just being together with someone else that is not your girlfriend is not fine. Cheating is the name. Yeah, cheating is not good. And I just feel like a lot of people in this book doesn't seem to care about the girlfriend. They're giving Elle like different advice. And it's just, I don't really know how I feel about that. I mean, some people give kind of the right advice, just let him go. But what I also feel like he is really in the wrong with not telling the girlfriend. So one thing that annoys me the most is the reason why he stays together with the girlfriend. Basically, he feels that like if something happened between them like 9 months into dating. They've been dating for 4 years now. Basically, something happens during the 8 months. And basically, now he feels that he owns it to her. To, you know, be together with her. They haven't been alright in quite a long time. And I just feel like, let's just face it. Usually, if you don't get what you need from your partner, you have, let's call it, a little higher risk with trying to find someone else that you can feel with. That makes it really complicated. But I just feel like they should have broken up years ago. If they haven't been alright. At least like months ago. And that is kind of what annoys me the most with Sinclair, is that he hasn't broken up with his girlfriend because he feels like he owes her to be together with her. And I just don't feel like that is a good way to be together with someone. You need to love them. You need to actually care. You don't own anyone to stay with them if you are now no longer in love with them. Then it's better to go separate ways and, you know, just so both can actually be happy. And I just feel like Elle is also definitely in the wrong. And I also feel like this whole family, like everyone who knows, are in the wrong because they just should have told. And yeah, this book, it annoys me. That is why I don't give rating to this series, because it annoys me. But I also know that they're easy to, you know, start liking someone else if you don't feel like your relationship is going the way you want to. You don't feel love, then it's easy to start liking someone else who gives you the attention, who gives you the thing that you need. And yeah, I don't really know
yeah, that is kind of all that I have. I don't have anything else to say about this. I will read the last one, not because I like the series, but because I really want to know how the girlfriend actually reacts once she figures out that he has been cheating for 2 whole months. So yeah, that was so. What to read for today? I have absolutely no idea. I kind of feel like I need to start this because that is one long book. And for an audiobook, I might do the Box in the Woods, just because this is on my TBR. You know, I bought this month to actually read it, and next month I am reading 9 Lies, I think the next one is. So that's the plan. I think first I'm going to listen to however long this is, and then read this for the remaining time. I mean, I won't finish it because it is 600 pages. So finishing it might seem a little oversized. You know, that is too much, but I will read as much as I can, at least until I feel like I can't read anything more of this. Then I might have to pick up something else. But it's the vacuumer, if you're hearing that noise. So yeah, that's it. I will talk to you once I finish something or anything like that, you know. Once the 7 hours is up, so it's still a long while to go, but not that much later. But it's been like at least 2, almost 3 hours. I finished the Box in the Woods, and that one fits for this mood read. So this is the 4th book in the Truly Devious series. So this one is like a standalone because we are not set in Ellingham Academy in this one. But basically, in this series, we are following Stevie Bell, and she is like really like true crime. She loves true crime, and basically, she goes in the first book. She goes to Ellingham Academy, which basically has this unsolved mystery where 2 people there went missing, and yeah, it's basically that story. I think I give it all 4 stars. I think this is a 4 stars as well. I'm really enjoying them. I love the audiobooks that you get for these. Definitely recommend. So I will get to 9 Liars, I think the next one is. Yeah. And 9 Liars. And yeah, that's gonna be really interesting to see how that is going to go. But we still have a few hours to actually go. I think I am going to see how far can I get in this one. So yeah, we still have a few hours to go. A little bit over 5 hours to go. And yeah, I don't really know how long I will get to this. Like how far I will get into it until the time is up. So yeah, that is what I'm going to start with, and just see, because I am definitely starting to get a little tired of reading, and yeah, but I mean, 24 hours in 2 days, I have to say it's a lot, but I definitely see, no matter how much, even if I am not able to finish 24 hours, I am super pleased with how many books I have been able to read. And hopefully it will continue on, you know, I will continue on actually reading. But yeah, I'm going to go and read. And so it's a few hours later, and I think I'm just have to say stop. Because I can feel that I don't feel like reading. And I mean, I read so much yesterday. I read, yeah, maybe more like 7, which is a lot. And today I have finished one. I have gotten 200 pages into another one. So I just think that I am going to just stop. Did I reach 24 hours? No. But I mean, I am really, really close. And I don't want to read when I, don't kind of want to do it. Now I feel like there is one thing with me basically yesterday forcing myself to actually read. That is something else than what I am kind of feeling now. Now I'm just feeling that I don't want to read. That is like a different feeling that I have had before, because then I have wanted to read, but I just haven't kind of felt like picking up something. Now I don't feel like reading, and it's just going to basically, if I continue on reading, I'm just not going to like whatever I am picking up, and I want to enjoy what I am reading. And that is kind of why I stopped Valor. So I am 200 pages into this. I got up to page 206, but now I'm just feeling like if I continue on threading through maybe this one and maybe pick up something else, I don't think that I will enjoy reading anymore, just because I don't feel like picking up. But kind of my goal every day is, and I hope that I will be able to soon do this, is basically listen to 2 hours of an audiobook and read 200 pages physically. And I have done that today, so I don't feel bad. And I mean, I am at 21 hours into this, so I only have a little while. But to be completely honest, I might have read for 24 hours just because I have not been that great at actually figuring out kind of how many hours I have been reading, because I have been forgetting to, when I read this, when I read these, I have probably spent more time on it than when I listen to an audiobook. I know how long I have been listening to it because of it times me, but I have been forgetting to kind of time when I start a physical book. So I don't really know how much I have read. So I want to say I have probably read for 24 hours without me even knowing it, So that is kind of where we are at. Do I know how long I spent reading? No, because I didn't time it. But I will say I have probably read for 24 hours. When I read this, those 200 pages, I totally forgot to basically track when I started this. So, yeah. But I want to say I have probably read for 24 hours. Even if I haven't, I am going to consider this a win for me to actually read this many books. I have read, like yesterday, I read 1,200 pages, which is amazing. So yeah. But I hope you like this video, and I will see you next time for another one. Bye!